congratulations to our folks across the pond. Your country's not dead yet.
No,
So that's pretty cool.
They're rioting right now. I have video. As soon as we get through the intro, it's happening right now.
There are going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some growing pains.
It's bad.
A little bit of an adjustment to all the people who voted, who were rioting. Why didn't you vote? Wouldn't that have worked?
No, but they did vote. They just lost.
But you lose. Okay,
And
so then you.
This is what the difference is.
You eat the loss.
Unlike Brexit, like everyone voted for Brexit, and it just never happened. It still hasn't happened. And they just thought, well, we'll just push it down. This is an election. This is what fucking happens.
It's almost as if like conservatives and right wingers and more traditional folks tend to be a little more well behaved. It's almost like when they don't get what they want, they're like, well, okay.
Not only more well behaved, because yes, well behaved is one thing, but I think that this really, it's just happening here too, but it's happening there. I think this really encapsulates the real world. Yeah, there's a lot of loud people. We played the labor videos here and all that stuff. There's a lot of loud people. There's a lot of people going, he's racist. But it was a blowout.
I was actually last night.
Blowout.
I had the best coverage was Metro, I think, had it, or the Daily Mail. Somebody had a live map that was better than any American live map election I'd ever seen. That shit was updating like in real time. And dude, you just watched the blue. The blue just was fucking eating up I was like, dude, it looked like, remember when Trump got elected and everybody was like, I don't know, I mean, he's probably going to lose. And it was like, he blew out straight ahead and then just held the lead the whole time. Right. And it was like, whoa, dude.
So here, let's play this.
Beautiful mandate in support of Brexit. Last night's victory was also a rebuke of the Labour Party and their left-leaning social agenda.
Left-leaning?
Just slightly.
Slightly. Leaning?
Yeah, it's a Jeremy Corbyn slightly left progressive type. By the way, can we agree that Boris Johnson does not look like a statesman? I'm not knocking the guy.
He's not.
I know, but that's what's just so great about him.
He's UK Trump. That's what he is.
It's great. But no, even Trump, though, at least he does the big old pompadour. And This guy just looks like he runs a factory. You know what I mean? I love this guy.
CBS News senior foreign correspondent Mark Phillips has the latest from London.
In the end, it wasn't even close. Boris Johnson's victory means that will they, won't they Brexit saga now at least has an end in sight. But this may be just the end of the beginning.
A new dawn rises on a new day.
And what a new day it is for the victorious Boris Johnson. He had delivered a, pick your adjective, thumping, comprehensive, devastating, complete victory. He had gambled, stuck to his plan, and won. With a simple message his audience knew well.
With this man.
Now, remember, we covered this just a couple months ago, saying he's going to have to step down. There's just no way. He's going to have to step down. There's no way he has the support. Here's what happened. Again, it's something that people need to keep a fucking eye on and understand how this works. Just because you're the loudest doesn't mean you're going to win. People need to understand that everybody that votes isn't on Twitter.
And Twitter is the worst place to try to get
to gauge anything.
To put your fucking, like lick your finger and get an idea of what's going on. Right. Because it's literally all complete hardcore leftists and then hardcore right people. So it's like either people going like, white people are the problem, and you know what? We just need to kill the white race. And then the other half are
switch
like,
that to black.
Jews and blacks. So it's like, but most people are like, look, I got to get to work on Thursday, and I'm going to pop out a quick vote, and I want to get Brexit done. Like there's a lot of people in the middle that are just, normies.
And this majority, we will at last be able to do what?
So Boris Johnson and his partner Carrie Symonds returned to the Prime Minister's residence in Downing Street to get Brexit done. He now will be able to pull Britain out of the European Union by the end of next month, as he promised, but he has a long battle ahead of him in working out a new trade deal with the EU and with the rest of the world, including the United States, for that matter.
Yeah, you know who had a hard trade battle? Us with China.
Yeah,
and you know what happened with Trump after they announced his impeachment today? We got a trade deal. We're good.
I feel like
ready to rock.
I feel like that trade deal was done a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah, he was waiting.
Do me a favor, Z. Let's calm down on this. Let's not go telling anybody. He's such a prick.
Johnson won this election by literally stealing his opponent's lunch, taking away traditional working-class votes from the Labour Party in Britain's post-industrial northern Rust Belt. The same sort of disaffected blue-collar vote.
But see, that's my point. They've been saying that. Post-industrial. That's what Obama was saying here, too. Like, well, we're not going to get these jobs back. And these jobs have come back. Stuff still needs to be built. Stuff still needs to be made. People still need to do shit, right? Just because we've been outsourcing it to China for fucking 40 years doesn't mean that we can't do it here, or they could do it there. And the working class, yeah, that's what happened, because the Labor Party came in and they've been pandering. We've played the video. They've been pandering to immigrants, to trans people. They've been pandering to people that, if you look statistically, except in London, London's like Twitter.
Yeah.
You can't gauge what this fucking place is going to do just by London, because London is, like, I think 47% white now. It's minority white in London. But there's a lot of other people that live there, and they were like, enough, we're not going. Yes, people want out of the EU. People were saying, remember what the Brexit thing, people were saying, they just didn't know what they were doing. We'd have another Brexit vote. This here confirms they knew what the fuck they were doing.
They knew what they wanted.
And
they voted for it.
And
you didn't give it to them.
Doubled down and said, fuck you, get me out of here.
They voted for Brexit, and then you guys told them, you don't know what you really want.
You kids,
and they
you
were
children.
Like, oh, you fuckers.
And they got mad.
And you bring up London, by the way. I was watching that map all night. By the way, Labour didn't exactly kill it in London either.
No.
They got like the downtown areas. All of the outskirts of London were blue. It was unbelievable.
It's funny because Twitter has been, there are people that are, and I mean this, I have seen some tweets from people in England that have been reacting worse to this than when Trump won here, like losing their minds. It's funny because I follow the OSW guys, and I think OOC, it was V1. V1 tweeted something like, yeah, I'm going to hop off of Twitter for a couple days because this is crazy. He's like, I'll come back when all the hate dies down. And I thought that was pretty funny.
And it sucks. If you're in Ireland or Scotland, you have to focus so much on what's going on in England. So it's like, and they're probably far enough removed from it that they're like, I don't care. But yeah, I mean, this came down to people who work and people who want to work versus people who want to just be on welfare, let all the immigrants in, the people that we saw yesterday in that video. I'm outraged. Like, it's those people versus, you see these guys? By the way, these guys, I don't see 100% white guys in this video either. Not. You know what I mean? It's just working class people that are like, can I get back to work?
I just want to, exactly.
And it's like what Royce said with Obama, it was, we're not going to get these jobs back. No, your bosses told you weren't going to get those jobs back. It's as simple as cutting taxes, working with companies, and making deals. That's the whole thing. The only reason we're getting jobs back is because most presidents just go, well, we'll slash this tax or we'll do this and we'll try to, get shovels in the ground. Whereas Trump's literally like having Pence meet with CEOs and go, you gotta fucking do something here, all right? Like you've pretty much raped this country. You gotta put something back in, and it's from one-on-one meetings and discussions with people. Going, guys, let's go. You got to do something here.
You know who's sweating the most, and they've been sweating.
Well, still Boris Johnson.
But, no, actually, Germany, because now this Brexit thing's going to get fast tracked. Don't listen to what CBS News says. He has a fight to make a trade deal. You know what? Let me tell you how this works. We're going to leave. Do you want to trade with us or don't you? You don't? Okay, cool. That's fine. Right. Hey, Trump, you want to trade with us? Yeah, that'd be wonderful. I'll trade with you guys.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's have a deal, too. We'll work out some nice, so, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be like fucking, they already are like one of our biggest trade allies. You know what I mean? So all Trump has to do is work on a couple deals and we're going to be good.
Honestly, I think they should Brexit with no deal and be like, we'll figure out afterwards.
Who do you need more? Who do you honestly need more? Serbia and Bosnia and all these countries, or do you need to trade with the U.S.?
And that's how it works. Look, I'm telling you that this scare tactic in CBS and everyone's been saying it. He doesn't have a hard fight. This shouldn't be difficult. If he sticks to his guns, which we'll see what he does, but if he sticks to his guns, they should be fucking out of there pretty soon. No, they should have been a year ago.
They're just doing the same shit they do with Trump. Now they're going to go like, I don't know, man. This guy has no chance of winning. And then he wins. And then they're like, he's got a real uphill battle on this trade stuff. I don't know if he can pull this Brexit thing off. They're going to start undermining him every chance they get. But it's too late. He's got to mature. This is like if Trump won and we got the Senate and we got the House and that was it. And now that's it. We run the place now. There's no way to... You could shove whatever you want down people's throats.
Well, we had that and we didn't.
Well, I mean, because
the wall is our Brexit.
Because we're I don't know if you heard about this country. It's an ally of ours that does a lot of meddling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yes, it's Russia.
This is live. This is what's going on right now. This is Labor Party people and opposition people, not my prime minister. Stand up to racism signs. This is live. This is live video. Antifa flag flying back there, if you haven't noticed.
These people are furious.
Let me get into the crowd so you can see the signs.
Oh,
Migrants and refugees, welcome here.
And by the way, you guys don't have the, when you guys were running it, you kept just making it more and more progressive. Old Boris is going to eventually just go, all right, we'll get out there and start cracking heads, eh? That's going to be the
Look
end
at
of
that
it.
sign. Socialist worker, defy Tory rule.
So,
subvert the rule of law. You had a democratic election. You fucking lost.
So if we lose, right, suck it up, right? Suck it up. The people have spoken. That's what democracy is all about.
That's right.
Take the L. If you lose, fucking defy, burn it down, break things, intimidate police officers. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. Remember when England used to be like, you always see like people like, you think of Alfred from Batman. It's like, I got cancer, but British, we just move on. We take it and we move on. And now it's like, I'll kill you all. But the truth is, this isn't the old. Look at some of these people. These aren't the same people.
Well, America used to be like that too, though. It used to be people gracefully stepping down.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, you know what? I may have lost, but this great nation of ours and our beautiful country and our culture, it's going to endure. Maybe we didn't win today, but someday we will win. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, man. Now it's literally get them out in the streets. No, this is fine.
Oh, boy.
This is all fine.
Uh-oh, this is turning into a fucking riot. Look at this. Imagine how much more intimidating these cops would be if they had, I don't know, guns.
Yeah. I mean, say what you want about American cops. We'll only push them so far. Because cops do have a little flex in the U.S. They'll put up with a little bit of shit in a situation like this. But eventually, the fucking tear gas comes out. The rubber bullets come out. People go home.
Look. So they have their nightsticks out.
That's all they have.
These people are basically about to riot. Looks like a lot of women and young men is what I'm seeing. Somebody just wrote, no cell phones, just people living in the moment.
It's touching.
They have no control here.
Well, I mean, because this place has been spinning out of control for years.
Racism, refugees, welcome here. Stamp out Islamophobia.
Nothing
no
about
to racism.
Well, you notice, right? Nothing about England.
No.
Nothing about the UK. Nothing about that's what makes me laugh. There's no. How do you take no racism, refugees welcome, please fuck my wife, and all this, and compare that to when you have people saying Brexit now or America first, or those are simpler slogans. Us first. And this is ridiculous. Your message has been wholeheartedly rejected by your country.
Yep.
Deal with it.
So we can see some of the people.
I actually heard a fuck off.
I'm just trying to get to see what's here we go.
All right. First of all, even I know that I personally watched Boris Johnson's acceptance speech last night. He himself said that they're going to build 400 new hospitals and staff it with something like 20,000 new nurses and doctors.
Yeah.
And they're screaming about the NHS.
That's correct.
But he's trying to expand the NHS. I don't.
And look, man, I'll be honest with you. This is a I believe a good turn for the UK, but also I think it's too far gone. To be honest with you, how do you fix it? Like it has been.
Anything can be fixed, but I don't think even Boris Johnson and these guys are going to be capable,
Right.
of ripping the Band-Aid off, so to speak. It's going to be an uphill battle.
These people, man, how far this country has just fallen. This was a democratically elected person. Look, man, I understand riots like this, like what's happening in Hong Kong. I get that. Like, I get that, right? I understand riots like this, like what's happening in Chile, right? I get this stuff like what happened in Venezuela. Like, I understand that, right? Because it was subversive stuff. They kind of creepily took over the government and the means, and they started they dropped the value of everything. They got rid of private businesses. But this was somebody that everyone says, hey, let's vote. Okay, we voted. Okay, this one won. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember when Obama won the conservatives or the right doing this. Do you remember this? Because I don't. I don't remember people out in the streets doing this shit. I don't. This is the fucking childlike behavior that is being fostered. We're fostering this behavior that if you know what it is. If you yell loud enough on Twitter and say somebody offended you, eventually Twitter will ban that person. They'll be like, "You're gone. Hey, fuck you, pal." And hate speech policy. If you complain about somebody on YouTube long enough, YouTube will go, "Guess what, bud? New harassment policy." The issue is that the real world isn't Twitter and YouTube, so they're so used to bitching and holding signs and crying racism and crying this and crying that. But this isn't fucking Twitter. People are going to go, yeah, no, I get it. Cool, I hear what you're saying, but
you lost.
But you lost.
You lost.
We're not gonna ban the prime minister because you don't like him.
My biggest concern, though, is that even though it feels like we're winning elections here and there and whatever and this and that, the cultures of both, the UK and the United States and all these places are still being subverted.
Of course.
So there's nothing. I mean, there's really no way to. The more you see these riots and these kids screaming, the more you realize, like, fuck, they're still getting into our culture. And these people, like, the scariest part of this whole thing is that these people think they're right. Like, they're not, they don't think they're the bad guys.
No. Well, I mean, the bad guys rarely ever do think they're the bad guys, though, right?
Fair
I
enough.
mean, the bad guys ever rarely think that they are. It's really bad. And
Except the clown from Spawn. I think he kind of.
Yeah,
I think he got it.
Look, you're right. It's still being subverted. A lot of the articles that I read today is like, this is a great win for Jewish people. Did you see that? And I was like, wait, what?
Everything is.
No, did you see those articles today? I'm like, wait, what? This is nothing. Stop. This has nothing to do with that.
Well, we pulled out of the UN Human Rights Council.
Mm.
And I read that article, and I'm like, wow, did we really pull out of that? And I click on it, and I'm reading it, and it's like the UN, the U.S. has pulled out of the UN Human Rights Council. Nikki Haley was quoted as saying, like, part of it was due to the treatment of Israel by these people. And I'm like, God damn it. Even when we do a good thing, it's for Israel. It's not for us. Stop picking on Israel, or we'll leave the UN Human Rights Council. It's like everything comes back to this.
That's a really good point. Scarface would say Ben Shapiro is. I'm sure Ben Shapiro's already going to flip it. Maybe he already has. The Labor Party lost because they're anti-Semitic. That's that's what it is. That's how it goes. And I hate to break this to you, to any not even get specific, to any ethnic group. This isn't about you. This isn't about Islam. This isn't about Jewish people. This is about what Mike said earlier. We're looking at the fucking at the factory. This is a bunch of regular people that fucking want to go back to work and don't want to be told what to do or what to say. That's it. That's it. That's all they want.
Is. And and it's like what I was saying yesterday on the show. I'm so fucking sick of groups. When we were watching the trans activists in Olympia, I am sick of your group thinking that you need to fucking just re at the top of your lungs and get as much as you can. I'm sick of this group here trying to re at the top of their lungs, get what they want. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be you're a nation, and they want to break off into these factions, but then they also want all of the benefits of the country, and they don't want to do any of the work. And it's like, none of these people want jobs. Oh, did you see the Vice?
That's what I was trying to show you. The problem, it's live, so you know when it's live.
Oh, it buffers backwards there.
Yes.
Look at the Vice bag.
Look at this natural protest happening with somebody holding a Vice bag. It's all natural. This is an all natural protest. None of these people have real jobs. They don't.
And
They
the
don't
worst
want-
part is, I don't even care if you don't have a job. I get it. Times are tough out there, but they don't even want them. That's my problem with them. They don't even want a job. Like, that's why I always respect these people that you're shitting on, media, that are full, oh, these working class, poor, uneducated retards out in the country. And it's like, no. These are people who are willing to work, who want to work, they want to show up, they want to feed their families, they don't want any handouts, they don't want to, you know what I mean? They want, what they want is pretty simple. They don't want the government all up in their fucking shit.
And I wonder, what do they think this is going to accomplish?
Also, I think that this entire turnout...
Are they blocking traffic?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's good.
The turnout for this protest, too, is very reflective of this election.
But look at the...
Everyone else is like, well, we had a great day today. Well, I'm going to go to bed tomorrow. I've got to go to work. It's going to be a great day. And everybody just went to bed, and there's like 12 people out blocking traffic. Of course they're blocking traffic. That's what these people do.
It's a very good point. All those signs are signs that were handed out to them. They were printed by a night. They weren't. These aren't handwritten signs. These are signs that it seems like were mass produced and handed out to these people.
Remember the Kavanaugh signs?
Yep.
Remember before it was even Kavanaugh was even the
They had the signs printed.
They had the signs for everybody. They had different ones for every guy. And then the minute they said Kavanaugh, they were handing out the Kavanaugh ones. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a good point. How many of them are paid protesters? Because we see that a lot too on Craigslist and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah.
You see
There's a few there.
Look at these fucking people. Look at these fucking losers. All of them are fucking losers. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa! What the hell was that?
I don't know.
That was really weird.
What are they chanting? Do you serve? Do you protect?
Yeah, do you serve? Who do you... Oh, my God. The fucking... I hate the Daily Mail. You know what that was?
The Daily Mail.
I had a Daily Mail
video.
article kind of open that I was going to do next.
And if you pause it for too long, it'll
just be like, hey, guess what? You know what? We got to get our video, which is bullshit. That's how they get their fucking video clicks in, too.